got a story like this. I mean, you just, but we do have some roads that are looking a lot better, and once Brackney gets some of their roads paved, hopefully they're working hard trying to beat the weather, and it's supposed to be in the 60s tomorrow, so we're hoping that they make some headway tomorrow. But the majority of 14th Street's done now. A lot of it looks better than it's looked. Jerry, David told you that there's gonna be some projects in the future out there, and that's why that one little strip's not done, so they're.
He called and talked to me about that, because I got about 8 phone calls.
Well, we just wanted you to know ahead of time. Why are they leaving this block out?
It was easy phone call.
Yeah, for people that don't know, on North 14th between Michigan and Washington, next year, our phase 4, we're gonna be putting a storm sewer line in there, so we're gonna be digging it back up. So I didn't pave that section, it's gonna get paved after the project's
So that means you had sidewalks there too, right?
I don't know about that.
No, that
And
one of the questions.
we've got some COVID problems in Lee's departments. We've got one truck totally down, but Lee's will start getting picked up just as soon as we possibly can, so we might be a little bit behind on it, but we've got some guys sticking out of that department, so we're getting to it just as soon as we possibly can. Other than that, that's all that I have.
Okay, any citizens wishing to appear before the council?
Holy cow, all my hands go up.
We'll take Patty first.
It won't be long. I'd like to talk to you about the COVID, being proactive. I feel like the state of Indiana is trying to help everyone, but we need, as a community, to step up and help our Board of Health, and to help our community, and to help our workers. I would like, if we had any extra COVID money or anything in the budget, to be proactive. Give it to our employees, not fire. I'm not saying everyone has a choice, and everyone deserves a job, and we need them or we wouldn't have them. But I'll give you an example. If I would be vaccinated, maybe give me a bonus. $250, make it worth your while. You know, those who are vaccinated, those who choose to go and get vaccinated, we need them to work, give them the $250. Then after a month or so, cut it down. Then those who are not vaccinated, hopefully, because we've got a lot of people in this community, 50% is vaccinated. Let's praise those. It's your choice not to be vaccinated. I understand that. Don't take anything away from any of our employees. But who hasn't stepped up and be proactive? And I would like you to talk to the governor. I'll call him, you know, but see where we need to go to be proactive in this community. I've talked to the Board of Health, and we don't even know who's vaccinated and who's not vaccinated. We don't need to know. We need to support all of our employees. Just if you're vaccinated, bring your vaccine card. Yeah. Stimulus money, those who have stepped up, here's for the governor. Give it to those who are vaccinated. Because if you think back a year ago, we weren't needed. Those people, the reason we're doing it now is for those who've been vaccinated, follow the rules. So those people deserve something. That's it.
Thank you. Okay, who else? Scott?
I'm just passing stuff out.
We're here to talk about the email you got about the council supporting bicentennial, which is coming up in the county next year. That's got some of our literature as far as our condensed gas plans. Terry and I have been part of a group and been working for about a year and a half on this.
For 200 years.
For 200 years. We're up to probably 40 or 50 people involved now, and between us, our organizing committee, and all of our smaller committees that are in the events you'll see on the handout. To go through a few of them, a time capsule at the Henry County Courthouse will be dug up at the beginning of the month, and then at the end of the month, a new one will be reburied. Worship service at the field house, denominational worship service in the county. Happens. An ice cream social, historical society. The Memorial Park's planning a lot of events that are probably more throwback games and reenactments and things that were related to the past. Also on that weekend there'll be a golf tournament, which we think will be a moneymaker. The big thing we're going for to see on June 25th is the knockout tournament for a chance to get a Guinness World Record and bring attention to Henry County at the World's Largest Fieldhouse. Our attempt is to break a Guinness record at the World's Largest Fieldhouse. That's an expensive endeavor, along with all these other things that cost money. The intent at the end of this, Garrett will give you some details on the 529 program. Our intent is to make money at the end and start a scholarship program or a 529 funded grant for every year. You want to explain it a little further?
There's a program in Indiana called Promise Indiana, and it's run through the Indiana Youth Institute. There are a few counties around that do it. Jay County is one, Shelby County does it. But basically, it chooses a cohort, and for the whole county, for instance, we might say, okay, all third graders will have a 529 open for them, and our organization would put $25 in for them, and then we would ask the family to match that in some way. But the statistics are that if you have $1 in a 529, if you're a young person, you have $1 in 529, you are 4 times more likely to go to college. If you are a minority and you have money in a 529, you're 7 times more likely to graduate from college. So we thought those are pretty good stats, and we think that it will be a great tool for our EDC to encourage people to come here. And it's just a good thing to do overall. So we hope that with the leftover money, we can fund that, and we're working with the foundation. The funds would be held at the foundation. So.
The foundation would have administrative costs to run it every year. Our intent is this is the kickoff of it. It's a grant tie in the bicentennial to the whole county, kick this off, and then have this perpetuate and happen every year from now on.
And Scott and I are both also, I'm a busybody, so we're on also. We're on the tourism committee. And so this would sort of, we hope that this knockout tournament would turn into a festival, a yearly festival for hopefully Newcastle. Don't tell the rest of the county. But we're thinking like a hoops festival or something like that, something geared toward basketball. And that it would be a fundraiser every year for that 529.
The intent on the day that we have the knockout tournament at the field house is to have Baker Park full of events, to utilize the skateboard park and the pickleball and the shuffleboard, and have small tournaments at each of these things. So it's a whole day of coming and watch the knockout. It's in the day of park. It's just a day. We hope it would attract people to Henry County, and like Terry said, if you do it, something comes back every year. It's a natural tie to the fact that we are branding ourselves as a basketball
That's
county.
all it is here.
Hoosier Gym, the largest gym, the field house, of course, the Hall of Fame, unique things that our county has. But we see the bicentennial is a great time to kick all this off. You can see all the other events we have planned in June. The intention of June is because June 1st was 1822 was when the county officially started. So we clearly use that month. Has a lot of events, but we're gonna have events all year. Educational events, events at libraries, where we will group discussions about points of the county. We intend to have a passport that sends people around the county to see all the historical sites people don't know about in our county. The intent is to get as much Henry County involved as possible and keep people from, saying it's just about Henry County. So we want it to be, it's Henry County first.
Is that passport gonna be electronic where it explains?
It's gonna be the physical size, but there'll be an element of when you go to a site on the passport, you take a selfie and you prove that you've been there. And you sort of look at a prize money in the city, you can go around also, so that whole passport kind of pays for itself. But their idea is to sponsor and keep them around. But our intent here is we come to several different areas to ask for funds or people contribute to this. We're doing well in those regards. We appreciate all we've gotten. We've also started in sponsorship, which is the other side of it. And the hospital here, Community Health, has stepped up and become our lead sponsor for our event. We appreciate that. More funds we're going to go after because we want to have as big a check of money as possible left at the end to go just like tonight. So we're asking for what was asked for in that email.
Yes. 15,000.
Are there other corporate entities that you're trying to get money from that have not yet?
Duke has committed already.
Okay.
Money, and we're just at the beginning of that to send out letters and ask for corporate sponsors around the county. Smaller sponsorships, we're gonna have a lot of those through the passport sponsors, the golf tournament, we're gonna sponsor the holes, the golf tournament will make a chunk of money right now. There's room for small, little companies and businesses and bigger ones.
The county contributed 15,000, 12 of which is to go toward, it cost $12,000 to go for a Guinness World Record. About 13 actually, right? Because we have to pay, yes. About 13,000, so they gave us 15 with the intent of coming back in 2022. Where you to see
You
it.
just couldn't believe it cost $12,000 to go for, getting.
It cost 13
Guess that lets me and you out.
an adjunct to come, adjudicator, not an adjunct, that's a part-time professor. So, well, in Knightstown as well.
Some of the other communities, communities,
We hope,
Middletown.
we hope so. We had a meeting today with all the township trustees, and it went really well, and they of course had more ideas. So that was great. We're like, well, we need more money, but one of the things we are trying to do, which hopefully gets off the ground, is sort of a torch relay through all the townships. And that's why we talked to the trustees today. Somebody had the idea, I originally wanted a basketball to be bounced throughout the whole. But somebody suggested we have a tractor.
The tractor, could be any kind of tractor relay, a basketball dribbling relay,
So I do different things because over the years, different.
Yeah.
There have been different modes of transportation. I mean, you do horse and you do tractor and car and the old Maxwell.
Well, and that's one other thing is we have a mural program that we're doing in conjunction with the Art Association of Henry County. And they started the process of doing a mural on the Hope Building. And it's going to be Chrysler. So it starts with the Maxwell and every 10 years it'll be some important car.
Well, we'll find out how everybody feels. I'll make a motion to do 15,000 for River Road, the bicentennial committee. Is that okay? I mean, because it's not all city.
Yeah, I think it's a permissible expenditure.
Okay. So I'll make that motion.
What are your thoughts on, I know this is probably overly ambitious, but that's what you get for electing 35-year-old to city council. What do you think about 15 with a 10,000 match from other communities, if they can raise that?
Well,
Or
I think we need to.
Corporate.
How much do we have right now, Brenda? I mean, we kind of took a hit
yeah,
because of COVID.
right.
So I hesitate to tie up too much money right now.
Okay.
I mean, it
That's
doesn't mean it couldn't come back
Yeah, right.
and ask.
I'll second. My
Question now, before you vote. The 15,000 that the county give you, is that the food and beverage money? I think that would be important
If it is,
because,
that's not right.
yes,
Well, then what do you?
they've already used 40,000 last time for housing, for housing, some kind of housing.
It's getting ready to hit the fan.
If they give them more, I would venture to say that that's gonna be for food and beverage.
I think we need to decide if it's food and beverage.
Now, you're talking about a representative.
Who's our representative in the city on?
Mary Nicholson.
I think that's fairly new, though, isn't it?
What?
Mary's appointment.
Everybody's fairly new because the committee this was formed. This year.
Surely is.
They've already used food and beverage money, that's all I've got to say.
Well, I don't think this is pertinent to this particular situation. We've got a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion on the motion itself?
Can we start out with that?
Sure, we can.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
can always come back to it.
anybody can come back.
You know Carrie's always gonna come back.
No, we're gonna, but Carrie's not gonna come back and ask us for money for that information, because there's not gonna be money left. But anyway, so hearing no more discussion, we'll take a roll call vote.
Mike Duffy.
Aye.
Jeff Hancock.
Aye.
Jerry Walden. Aaron Dickens.
Aye.
Mark Covert.
Aye.
Lynn Purdue.
Aye.
Rex Beck.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. We are grateful, and everybody has to come and play knockout because we need 702 people.
Well, Mark Cuban and the Dallas Mavericks has the world record at 750 people. I mean, I think we.
701.
701. Well, we can get 1,000 people. Get all the counties, girls, guys, elementary, junior highs. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, we
Done
actually
that
have
before.
Chris Mays working on his contacts with Mavericks to see.
but I don't want
But
to
then
just.
what we'll hear is the Mavericks will do it on Tuesday.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't want to just do 780. I want to. Yeah, certainly we get 1,000. Should be our goal.
Yeah, if we have a festival every year, and in 5 years from now, we go to record again,
Yeah, just-
Thank you. We're grateful.
Thank you. Okay, any other citizens wishing to appear?
I just have a question. Val McNellis, 801 Hawthorne. I called Mr. Purdue last week because I noticed in my neighborhood, 2 people are burning leaves in the large barrels. And then I heard about another firm that there was a concern that people think they can burn them in their fire pits. So I'm just concerned it's starting to snowball because I've never seen people in my neighborhood burning leaves.
The ordinance says that you can burn leaves as long as they are in a fire pit with a mesh screen over it.
So it is legal then, okay.
And it has to be extinguished before sunset. And you are to supervise the fire.
Okay, that's all I
certain
wanted to make
dates,
sure.
right?
And, yeah, there's only
you
certain
can't
times.
do that, right.
Yeah.
Certain times.
So it's only, okay, so but you can do a fire pit if it has the mesh line.
But not barrels.
I
Yeah,
saw
not-
barrels in
not
my
barrels.
neighborhood. I saw like the good old barrels like we used to use when I was a kid.
Yeah, I've
Mesh
seen
screen
it on the grass
assuming
too.
the barrels.
Different areas.
It was-
Yeah, I mean, if
I mean,
Chief,
Oh, I'm
just
sure.
saying, okay, I just wanted to check, so, okay,
Yeah.
thank
Well,
you.
the fire department's made runs and early put those out before too.
Yeah, well,
Sure, yeah,
generally just
but I
have
just-
discretion on that, if it's creating a nuisance or.
no, not supposed to be burning along the curb line, just open fire.
No, I didn't say the curb line, I'm just not used to seeing it in my neighborhood, and when I saw
It's not
two already, I'm like,
creating
that's sort of strange, so it's a new
There
trend.
there is actually a city ordinance to cover that.
Okay.
Here in Sherman County.
Okay, any other citizens?
Okay, Lord.
Now we got that whole side over there, we gotta get somebody.
Mike Royal,
I'm just
51
here
Valley
to
Drive.
observe
Just a
legal
question
women
on
voters.
the resolution that was tabled. Why is it tabled again?
Well, it's
Something pretty important.
it's not tabled again, it's not just been brought off.
Well,
But because Corey Murphy is scheduling a meeting with Lisa Leaf, so that a couple of us can ask the questions we have of Lisa and maybe give some closure on some things that are concerns.
should be done in that time
Well,
frame.
Corey was gonna schedule a meeting, but Corey, I think, was gone for training all last week, or in training, so it couldn't be done.
I just did a pretty important thing to the RDC and for downtown.
But whenever we pass it, it's one reading, so.
Yeah, it'll probably be on the agenda again, first meeting is.
Right, because I believe we are, I think we're meeting here Friday or Monday.
I don't think there's, I mean, I talked with Corey and feel a lot better about it, but with everything that comes up, I mean, I've got concerns of how it could negatively be taken advantage of, and I want to make sure that it's gonna, everybody is gonna have access to it. So I think that, along with seeing how it's played out in existing communities, is important. But Corey understands that we all know that it's important, and
But we don't need to get into the big discussion tonight.
I'm ready.
Yeah, but it's not on the agenda tonight, so.
I think with Lisa, that'll explain a lot of things. She'd have with the RDC, it seemed a smart thing to do. So, thank you.
All right, anybody on this side of the room?
I'm just here to watch you guys for the,
Oh, no.
the voters.
Well,
Good job.
I appreciate you being, we
She's
all
taking notes.
appreciate you being here. Okay, hearing nobody else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Okay, adjourn.